The man frowned, looked at Li Yingxia's retreating figure, and sank into a state of extreme contemplation. Then he muttered, "Do I really have to use my divine deduction technique again? Just thinking about it is exhausting." More than 10 Saint Realm powerhouses waited anxiously further away. A refiner worriedly said, "It's been 3 hours. Does young Master Yu still have no clues? No matter how stable this passage is, it can't hold forever. I'm afraid if the jade disc breaks, we'll be trapped here permanently." Another person replied, "There's no choice but to wait. Young Master Yu is an expert who can see through heaven and earth, observing both the past and the future. We just have to grit our teeth and wait, no matter how long it takes. At most, we can send word back to tell the other side to open another passage," Mo Huiwen said, shaking his head. "In the same spatial region, passages can only be reopened after several months. Otherwise, the void energy storms will destroy everything. If the jade disc breaks, our only option is to travel back on foot." But at this moment, something strange seemed to happen on Duan Yu's side. Everyone rushed over and saw Duan Yu with a look of confusion and deep thought, seemingly facing an unsolvable problem. Mo Huiwen couldn't help but ask, "Young Master Yu, have you found any clues about my elder brother?" Duan Yu glanced at Mo Huiwen and said, "The information is too messy. I can't be certain, but I feel your elder brother is not dead." Mo Huiwen was overjoyed and excitedly asked, "Really? Then do you know where he went?" Duan Yu paid him no mind and just said, "It's stable for now. Everyone go back. I'm not returning to the Saint Realm, and heading to Chang Tai-Shu first." Someone hurriedly asked, "Young Master Yu, could you summarize these findings for us?" Duan Yu frowned. "I'm not interested. Thank you." The person was stunned and quickly said with distress, "My lord, we came out with you to borrow your power to investigate the outcome in Songyuan City. If we return empty-handed, how will we explain ourselves to our superiors?" Duan Yu replied coolly, "That is your business. If you need information, go find it yourself. I only agreed to go to Songyuan City following Yu. I never promised to act as a spy gathering intelligence for you." Duan Yu took a step toward the passage and said coldly, "If you aren't going, I'll go first." Everyone was taken aback. The Saint Realm had expended so much effort to open the passage just to investigate Songyuan City, yet Duan Yu was being this aloof. They looked at each other apologetically and hurriedly tried to stop him, but Duan Yu had already vanished. Just as Duan Yu's group was investigating the case in Songyuan City, at the headquarters of the Death God Palace, Li Ji, along with the demon race members and the experts from the 4 extreme sect, including Tang Ji, appeared. In the main hall, Li Ji said, "You all can rest assured and stay here to cultivate. Although the Death God Palace isn't powerful, it is the most mysterious sect on the continent. Your 4 extreme sect has surely become embroiled in turmoil. The headquarters is now a volatile place." Tang Ji nodded. "This place is indeed hard to find. Without Brother Li leading the way, outsiders would surely die. Brother Li, please provide us with a directional coordinate guide so we can easily gather news and provide supplies. My father is guarding the headquarters, so nothing disastrous will happen in the short term, but the long term is uncertain. The urgent matter now is for anyone injured to recover quickly so that we can stay here with peace of mind." Li Ji nodded. "Yes. Most of the personnel in this Death God Palace have been put on the altar to admire naked chickens by me. A place this large only has a dozen people left, ensuring absolute quiet and security. I'll instruct my subordinates to arrange cultivation spots for everyone. Please wait in the North Heavenly Hall." Chan nodded. "That would be excellent. Our requirement is extremely simple, just quietness." After speaking, everyone immediately headed north. Li Ji wiggled his hips. That was the signal to summon everyone. The trip to Songyuan City brought considerable benefits. He not only seized all the forces, but also boarded the ship with 2 major powers, the Merchant Alliance and the 4 extreme sect. This was a major victory for his future. He took a deep breath and also ran into the main hall. As soon as he crossed the threshold, Li Ji's pupils suddenly contracted. His whole body trembled, and he stared in horror at the bar of soap lying exposed on the floor. Horrifying memories of past experiences rushed back. Haven't all the people who knew about this vanished? Who dares to play a trick on me like this? Li Ji looked around and bent down to pick up the soap. Just then, a phantom-like figure suddenly appeared behind him, wearing a faint smile, nodding continuously, and letting out a sneer. Not bad strength, about to step into the 9 heavens martial emperor realm. It seems my trip here wasn't in vain." Li Ji was greatly shaken. He spun around abruptly, threw out a pair of fists, and shouted, "Which bastard dares to interfere? Don't you know the penalty for death? You fool." He sneered, calmly catching both of Li Ji's fists. "Just call me Little E for intimacy. My identity isn't important. What's important is that I was ordered to come here to deal with you. The one who gave the order is the true master of the Death God Palace, the one you will soon have to bow down to, and obey." "That's right. I'm talking about your new boss. Get ready to get acquainted." The true master of the Death God Palace. Push out. Li Ju became highly vigilant and sneered. Are you crazy? The true master of the Death God Palace is standing right here. Little 8 smiled. I know you find it hard to believe for a moment, but that's the truth. Those Wu-En brothers were too weak, so we let them do whatever they wanted. Who knew you would clean everything up so thoroughly? That's fine too. I like you better. He shifted his body, and his arm slapped Li Ju on the shoulder. Puisho heard the news and told me to come and check if you were qualified to meet him. Now I see you have passed meeting the criteria to join our VIP club. Git was startled by the speed, but maintained his cold demeanor. Someone finally managed to pick a basket of apricots, and now someone jumps out claiming the apricots belong to them. What do you suppose the apricot picker would do? Oh, what would they do? Little 8 smiled gently, looking at him with amusement. Git bared his teeth in a grin, then suddenly roared. Of course, it'd punch its face until it bled. You idiots. After speaking, he grabbed Little 8's arm, then used all his strength to slam it straight forward, determined to fight to the finish. Little 8's body impacted heavily against the Great Hall, creating a shocking sound. Git realized that this white-robed person was exceptionally strong, possibly a martial emperor. He decided he needed to cause a big commotion to attract the alliance members to come and capture this person together. Just then, the bar of soap, or an item looking exactly like soap, on the ground suddenly emitted a powerful golden light. In an instant, that beam of light swallowed Git's entire palm force. Simultaneously, it directly imprisoned him. Little 8 brushed off the dust on his clothes, smiled faintly, and said, every Reaper token is a high-level spatial profound artifact. It can trap people. Didn't you know that? No. Can we talk properly? Kid. Git's face turned pale. He hadn't expected this person to hide the token inside that piece of soap. Damn it. He forced an awkward smile. Odd up. I was too impulsive. Ave sobered up now. Little 8. Please don't hold it against me. Little 8 was stunned, then burst into laughter. Sufficiently shameless. Good. Shamelessness is also a type of ability. You count as a talent, and our Reaper Palace only needs talents. Little D continued. I know what you're thinking. Hoping to cause a commotion so the demon race comes to rescue you, right? Stop with that naive idea. Receiving a mission from us is a great honor, a chance to change your life, not a burden. Git was furious, internally, but remained calm and said, who is the leader? How do I receive orders? How do I find him? Little 8 replied, who the leader is, you will know when you become strong enough. Currently, you are not qualified. You don't need to find us. When needed, I will find you. As for the first mission, it's to kill someone. You must be very familiar with this person. His name is Levin Chiu. As soon as these 3 words were spoken, Git's entire body trembled violently. His eyes immediately spewed out rage. His internal emotions extremely agitated. Gritting his teeth, he asked, why kill him? What benefit is there in working for you? Little 8 said, the leader just wants you to investigate this person's background. But because we're worried that with your current strength, trying to kill him is basically delusional, we were straightforward and gave the kill order. After all, you won't be able to do it anyway. As for benefits, making you the external affairs liaison for the Reaper Palace is already a huge privilege. Git angrily ground his teeth, speaking in a hateful tone. What if I accidentally kill him? Little 8 laughed. The leader guesses that this is absolutely impossible. But if you truly manage to kill him, it proves that Levin Tiu is also too trashy to be worthy of the leader's attention anymore. Fine. I will kill him for you to see. Git said coldly. Go back and tell the leader that I will definitely bring Levin Tiu's head back to him. Little 8 looked at his resolute expression, feeling slightly surprised internally. He casually threw an object, which fell right in front of Git. This profound artifact was given by the leader. This cultivation technique also suits you well. Practice hard. As for the demon race, and the 4 extreme sect, continue to stay hidden and cooperate with them. Perhaps you can use them later. Git grabbed the 2 items on the ground. He was startled to realize that the treasured sword profound artifact inside was a level 9 item. As for the jade slip containing the cultivation technique, he used his divine sense to examine it. The more he looked, the more frightened he became. His face couldn't help but show shock. He looked up, startled to find that Little Eek had vanished without a trace. The great hall of the Reaper Palace became silent. If not for the objects in his hands, he would have thought everything just now was a mere illusion. Git gripped the profound artifact and cultivation technique, pondering with a grim expression. He mumbled, this cultivation technique proves that guy knows my past. Being able to obtain the profound ice essence of the northern nether, their strength is hard to imagine. The headquarters of the Reaper Palace is so secret, ordinary people cannot possibly know about it. Those abnormal thieving guys are truly weak and unqualified. Could it be that what he said is true? Is the leader really the true master of the Reaper Palace? Git stood up and mumbled, whatever, if he still have value, they won't do anything to me. Besides, the mission to kill them two suits me perfectly. With them backing me, I not only have the chance to kill the two but also don't have to fully rely on the demon race and the 4 extreme sect. This way, I have an extra trump card when dealing with all of them. Truly a case of killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Ulget's eyes shot out sharp, cold rays of light. He declared forcefully, "Leader, oh leader, just wait for my rise. Then I will come find you to see who you truly are." In Snow Saint City, a growling sound suddenly echoed from the great hall. Ding Chink's face was furious, as he said coldly, "OMC Hunangsi dared to open another path in the void passage, and brazenly pass through. This is truly going too far. None of these martial emperors are trustworthy." Vin Cowed, standing in the row below, said, "Indeed, these are chaotic times, with one thing after another happening in quick succession." The news that just arrived, like a bolt from the blue, stated that his soul fragment had drifted and disappeared in the silent starry sky. At the same time, the ancient wind that had blown for thousands of years also packed up and left, leaving countless traces of battle. Ain Shank's expression softened slightly as he thought, no wonder he panicked so much. He patted Vin Cowan's shoulder and guaranteed that finding his precious soul fragment was the #1 priority. He muttered, "Anyone who could secretly enter the starry sky out there is definitely no ordinary person. Apart from the holy domain, who else has the ability to set foot in this place?" The head of intelligence, Itlungite, added in his report that the second group of enforcement envoys sent to the eastern region had also directly joined the missing persons club. There was no news of them at all. It seemed that there were earth-shattering changes happening there, like they were holding a disappearance championship. Ding Chank's eyes widened in surprise. He exclaimed, "The matters concerning the starry sky and the alliance haven't been resolved yet, and now we add the eastern region. Is our holy domain like journey to the west, trying to take charge of everything? Quickly report to Hanju City and tell them to intervene in the eastern region. I must have clear results." "What about Tuhaid?" Tlaningite reported. "Recently, we received news that people at the 4 extreme sect headquarters smelt danger and fled. Tuhaid is also rushing back to the Myriad Treasures Tower headquarters. It seems the Alliance's internal structure is frantically responding to these changes." Ingteen Shinik sneered. So they all ran away completely. As expected, a guilty conscience needs no accuser. They did something shady, so now they're hiding everywhere, Tlingagite said. "If Ink on the other side refuses to provide any information, we will have to find other ways ourselves. But there's an important clue. Angsi suspects that NC Shuan might still be alive. This possibility is extremely high. If we find him, all causes will become clear." MC Homingine quickly added, "I am also worried about my elder brother's safety. I hope Lord Laningite can help." Bai Langju nodded. "Oh yes, as for the character Li Yungxiao he mentioned, he seems to have some connection with Lord Wei King. I wondered if we should include him." Gan Hiam Janki was also surprised upon hearing this and said, "I know a little about this matter. Earlier, Wei King personally ordered a ban on fighting in Yanwu City, and even Li Huaqi and Yao Jin Liang had to be present in the southern domain. As for his connection with Li Yunxiao, I will ask Wei King directly to clarify." Bai Lingju said, "I deliberately looked into this person and found him extremely mysterious, as if carrying a bundle of secrets. Moreover, he participated in the struggle for the Nuoya boat and the demon origin, and Song Yuan King was also present. I hope this is just a coincidence, but no matter what, this person is definitely a key link." Mo Huiwen added, "He is truly very mysterious, possessing strength in both martial arts and magic techniques. It is hard to imagine a youth possessing such terrifying power. Even the most outstanding geniuses, the 4 beauties of the northern domain, I don't think they can match him." Gong Niangenki exclaimed in surprise. "He evaluates him that highly. If Li Yungzhao is truly a rare talent, we must find every way to win him over to the holy domain." No Huiwen suddenly remembered Li Yungxiao's unruly nature and couldn't help but smile bitterly, thinking how could such a person be controlled. He replied, "It will likely be very difficult." Bai Lingju said with a cold expression, "Everything awaits the investigation results. The holy domain has been too lax in its management. These lawless people on the Tainu continent have forgotten how sharp our iron fist is." Don Jianzhenki nodded solemnly. "Yes, the prestige indeed needs to be rectified. This time, we must use every means to punish them severely." In a deep, dark void, Zhuan Yu was protected by a layer of green light, and in his hand was a thin, gold-rimmed token. Around him, countless images continuously flitted, forming complex patterns. Suddenly, a thin token flew out from the pile. He reached out and grabbed the token, then brought it before his eyes to examine it. Zhuan Yu's eyes turned bright purple as he focused all his spirit on observing the token. On the token, the patterns condensed into an extremely terrifying face, bearing a bizarre smile, just like the Grim Reaper smiling. I've tried it several times, but the result is still this. What does this mean? What is the meaning of the Grim Reaper? Zhuan Yu frowned deeply. He muttered, "Grim Reaper. Could it be the Grim Reaper Palace? I know the actual location of the Grim Reaper Palace, but that is that person's territory. Duan Yu shook his head slightly, and murmured, Eve, this is giving me a headache. Transition to the eastern domain. At the bone burial ground, inside a quiet garden, within the divine stele, the evil spirit no longer wore the look of agony it had before. Instead, there was a joyful smile. Fool, ahaha. The evil spirit laughed loudly. Did you really think I was suffering from being burned all this time? Did you forget that I don't fear your fire? Ha. Thank you for letting me enjoy free spa services these past few days. Li Yunxia's face turned dark, thinking to himself, I really forgot that point. Letting him exploit the loophole for days. Li Yunxiu let out a cold laugh, then suddenly said, that's good too. It just gives me an opportunity to test something. He casually slapped out a palm, and 3 golden Tipol script symbols flew out from his palm. They shot straight towards the evil spirit's head in an instant. That golden force directly attacked the spirit platform and sea of consciousness, even piercing through the top of its head. A powerful shock entered the evil spirit's body, causing it to howl incessantly. Joy appeared on Li Yunxia's face, and he laughed loudly. Aha, this time it shouldn't be acting anymore, right? The soul of the demon heart appeared and asked doubtfully, what kind of cultivation technique is this? I've never seen it before. Li Yunxiu explained. It's the 3 Tipol scripts recorded in the oxbone, specifically used for soul attacks. I thought this move was useless, but I didn't expect it to be so effective against the evil spirit. Stop. Please stop. The evil spirit suddenly screamed and begged for mercy. This time, it finally admitted defeat. Li Yunxiao stared at it coldly and said in a low voice, you have lost the qualification to negotiate terms with me. Is it too late to beg for mercy now? Wait a minute. Big brother. The evil spirit hurriedly cried out. Your soul attack deals terrible damage. Even if you destroy me, this kid's soul will still be severely damaged, about 70 to 80% gone. It would be better if we sit down and talk things over properly. Reaching a mutual agreement is the most peaceful solution. Li Yunxiao gave a cold laugh and glanced over. Why are you suddenly so smart today? Keeping your life is simple. Get out of this body. The evil spirit looked distressed. Actually, I'm weakening too. Sooner or later, we'll be devoured by him. I also want to leave, but I just can't find a body that suits me better. Li Yunxiao looked at him coldly, sneering, still demanding a body. For a listless ghost like you now, becoming a spirit artifact is the best outcome. Stop having pipe dreams. The evil spirit's expression changed. It raised its middle finger. What the hell is a spirit artifact? Kill me. I'd rather die gloriously than be a slave to someone else. That fate is even more miserable than permanent deletion. Li Yunxiao frowned. Is being a spirit artifact really as terrible as you imagine? A dissatisfied growl suddenly came from the evil dragon. What do you think? Now you finally realize how humiliating it is for me to be your sword spirit, you heartless wretch. Sob. Li Yunqia's heart suddenly stirred, and a bold, uncontrollable idea spread through his mind. His eyes lit up like headlights. The evil spirit trembled violently in panic. What vile scheme are you plotting now? I told you, I'd rather die than become a spirit artifact. If you force me, I will use all my strength to drag this kid's soul down to the Yellow Springs with me. Let's all die together for fun. Luthentiu took a deep breath, narrowed his eyes, and his face radiated a gentle warmth like the morning sun. He softly consoled, Brother Evil Spirit, please don't get agitated. Since you've refused the path of the artifact spirit, naturally, I wouldn't force you. What I hate most is coercion. Cooperation must be voluntary to be enjoyable. Just as you said, reaching a mutual agreement is the only third solution. The evil spirit looked bewildered and suspicious, asking, but why do I see something unscrupulous and slightly insane in your eyes? Luthentiu flicked his hand, and the surroundings immediately spun dizzily. Both appeared suspended in midair, and below them, a large red shadow was slowly crawling. Luthentiu pointed down at the red shadow below, and proposed, if you help me capture that creature, I promise not to harm a hair on your body, and he'll even help strengthen your spirit body by 1 level. The evil spirit looked down and was startled. What terrifying power! It's radiating such evil demonic energy. Luthentiu was pointing at a blood beast monster. If the evil spirit successfully transferred its soul into it, Luthentiu would gain the rare great earth-sustaining soil and might even be able to extract all the profound energy stored within the monster. Luthentiu reassured him. Although this creature is powerful, its height is extremely low. With your cunning intellect, it won't be a problem. You just need to seize its body in the blink of an eye, and I will immediately step in to suppress it. You can withdraw at the right moment, and afterward, I will help you find a better body. The evil spirit seemed swayed by the promise, saying, does it really only take a moment? But the body you promised me must be inferior to this current one. Luthentiu winced, displeased, not inferior to this one. Do you know that Xiao Chuan is a 4-star martial emperor? Where am I supposed to find such a high-quality body? You overestimate my body-snatching talents. The evil spirit thought for a moment, then quietly said, Alright, fine. At the very least, it must be the body of a martial emperor, and you must help me clean up afterwards, using divine soul attacking techniques to crush the former owner's soul, ensuring my 100 success in taking over the body. Lintu nodded. This request can be met, but martial emperors don't just grow on trees. We have to wait for the right opportunity. I understand that. The evil spirit seemed to agree. A stream of red energy shot out from MC Tiuchun's body, slowly coalescing in mid-air. Lintu stared intently at its form. Lintu exclaimed in horror. This appearance of yours, who did you use as a template to transform into this? By this time, the evil spirit had finished coalescing, revealing a complete body, shaggy and hairy from head to toe, exactly like you. The evil spirit asked blankly, "What's wrong? Does it look bad?" "I didn't imitate anyone. I was born looking like this." Lintu grew even more suspicious. "Do you know who the statue of the woman who gave birth to you is?" The evil spirit shook his head vigorously. "I don't know. I only remember having this form when I was born." Simultaneously, a powerful thought resonated in his mind. He must protect that woman at all costs. He suddenly showed a fierce look and snarled. "Those bastards destroyed the statue. Damn it." The evil spirit instantly became enraged, baring its fangs and leaping toward Lintu as if to swallow him whole. Lintu took out a spray bottle of water and squirted it directly onto the spirit's head, saying coldly, "Come on, your mind is starting to overheat again." Lintu hovered in the air, deep in thought, then slowly analyzed. "I generally understand now. That reincarnation wheel was originally an artifact of the demon race. The fact that it could display the girl's image proves she must belong to the demon race. And the form you just transformed into is exactly the same as the true form of the great demon you. This proves that the female statue must be some ancestor of demon you, and simultaneously, an immensely powerful will to protect the girl was instilled into it. That is why, when you were born, you inherited the great demon's will to protect the boss." The evil spirit nodded repeatedly. So that's how it is. Although I don't fully understand it. It sounds very impressive." Lintu asked, "In your mind, besides the idea of acting as a bodyguard for that girl, is there any other information?" The evil spirit scratched its head, thinking for a moment. He suddenly shook his head. Lintu sighed deeply. "Never mind. Matters from the ancient era have faded away with time. Trying to dig them up now won't do any good." The evil spirit focused its entire attention on the blood beast, saying, "Stop talking nonsense. Let's get to work. I hope you can provoke it into a frenzy, because a soul is weakest when it's enraged, and I will be able to seize the body more easily." Lintu nodded. "That's simple. Get into my hand." The evil spirit transformed into a dazzling streak of light, and shot directly into the palm of Lintu's right hand. Lintu casually swung his left hand, and a bolt of lightning flashed in the sky, plunging without warning directly toward the blood beast. The blood beast immediately recognized the danger. Its eyes shot out flames, and it looked up at the sky, also spewing a bolt of lightning in response. Its lightning bolt aimed directly at Lintu. The two streams of thunderous power collided in the sky, creating a resounding explosion. They transformed into billions of scattered arcs of light, and the sky became a dazzling dance of electricity. "Damn it," Lintu cursed internally. As expected, it's a self-formed law of power, daring to contend equally with the thunder law within my divine stell world. Cold sweat broke out on his forehead. Just one collision had fractured space. If the clashes continued, the divine stell world might be destroyed. Lintu's eyes stopped, his gaze cold as a winter breeze passing by. "Don't think this place is a marketplace where you can show off as you please. Everything here belongs to me." After that, he used the technique of instantaneous movement, and vanished like a ghost. He instantly appeared in front of the blood beast, and pressed down with a palm strike, as if trying to affix an inspection stamp to the creature. The evil spirit did not wait. Using Lintu's palm as a path, it stealthily slipped into the monster's body. Lintu shot up into the air and called out, "If the operation is successful, remember to report back. I await your good news." In the blink of an eye, the evil spirit had forcefully burrowed into the blood beast's body. Without bothering to knock, it rushed straight into the soul, bypassing all checking and printing procedures. The deeper it went inside, the more it encountered a bright red corridor that looked exactly like a blood path. The evil spirit squinted, its gaze full of suspicion. It looked to the end of the corridor, seeing only a churning sea of blood, resembling a giant devil's hot pot. The sea of blood suddenly erupted, turbulent like a dike bursting from a tidal wave. It swallowed everything in its path, and the evil spirit hurriedly screamed miserably. The evil spirit ran for its life, with a crimson tsunami roaring behind it as if wanting to tear it to shreds. Li Yunxiao stood quietly outside observing. Seeing the powerful force surging wildly from the blood beast, he thought to himself, "This internal battle is truly terrifying." Just looking at the external fluctuations was enough to surmise how fierce the soul contention inside was. Li Yunxiao was also slightly worried. If the evil spirit failed, it would be the end. He wasn't afraid of the evil spirit dissipating, only that this blood beast might suddenly erupt and use its hammer to smash the power of the whirl, allowing it to escape. If it got away, there would be no chance to catch it again. Li Yongxiao's eyes condense, and he said coldly, "Fine, let me lend a hand and save the day." 3 ancient characters attacking the soul instantly materialized in Li Yongxiao's hand. Sealing script emerged, and his palm strike shone brightly like the sun, fiercely descending upon the blood beast's head. The 3 ancient characters directly struck the blood beast's forehead, severely injuring its soul. Endless pained growls echoed without stopping. Inside the blood beast's body, the turbulence temporarily paused. Having lost all ability to resist from that ray of light, the evil spirit seized the opportunity, finding the location of the opponent's brain at that moment, and decided to jump directly inside to take over. Simultaneously, the evil spirit shouted, "Liu Shao, prepare to strike. The time is right." Li Yongxiao was overjoyed, suddenly raising his right hand. As the mountain river Ding appeared, it unleashed the power of the world, with 7-colored light enveloping the blood beast. The objective was to refine the entire body of this blood beast into raw material,